All right.
Now, they do know that once you start recording, they have to be perfectly silent the entire time, right?
Yeah, tell your whole family to fuck off.
We're streaming that. We just streamed that part.
That's to all the viewers. It's Thanksgiving. It's the night before Thanksgiving. Tell your family to fuck off. It's Game That Tune. Ooh, yeah.
Hot take.
All right.
Hot take. No one likes their families. Oh, where's my deal with it? Deal with it. Yeah.
I was really hoping for the deal with it.
Deal with it. It's we've got everything on tonight's show, man.
I love that sound so much.
It's going to be just
Bernie Branca.
Deal with it.
Boom shakalaka!
Damn it.
How absurd! A little bit of everything. Are we streaming, John?
Yeah, we are. We have been.
Yes,
for
we
a
have now
bit.
gone live.
Good. Very good.
I'm checking all
Just
the
start
services. All right. I'm just counting down. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Fuck yeah. What is going on, everybody? It is Game That Tune back in the house. Literally in this case. John Regan is back in his family home in St. Augustine, Florida. And man,
I'm podcasting from my parents' house.
Yeah, he's doing a podcast at his parents' house, aka he has succeeded at life.
And his sister is here too.
Man. Oh, it's your boy John Harrington here. We got John Regan with us. Say hey.
Hey.
Yep, and we got John's sister Michelle. Say hey.
Hey.
Yeah, we got Jesse Moore. Say hey.
Hey.
And we got David Fleming. Say hey. Hey. Oh, man. So, if you're just joining us on Game That Tune, what we do around here is we're going to listen to some video game tunes. We've each got 3 songs from a game. We try and guess the games based on the songs, a little bit of trivia, goof off, have a lot of fun, talk a lot of mess, get as many Regan family members on the show as possible tonight. Winner at the end of the night picks a theme for the next episode, in most cases, except this is Nintendovember, so we basically just force themes upon people. And well, actually, I won last week. So
how come we don't have a sound for November?
Because
Nintendovember.
Because we're all busy. Deal with it.
Mom, can you turn it down?
There we go.
Yeah, we really should have gotten like the Game Boy sound, like the Game Boy, startup sound.
Oh,
If that came out of the Game Boy when you turned it on,
every time. But yeah, so it's Nintendovember. We're doing just different Nintendo themes each week. So this week is the completely cobbled together theme of Nintendo systems that use joysticks. So you got your Nintendo 64, your Gamecube, your Wii, your WiiU, and your Nintendo Switch. We ain't doing no 3DS because that thumb nub and that thumb slider thing are bullshit. But yeah, man, it's good. It's gonna be a good show. Good systems. You know, we're gonna have a little bit of a thumbstick measuring contest. Let's see. Thumbsticks before dicks. Let me see. Guys, help me out here. We're going to be flicking our sticks.
Let's see. HE double thumbsticks.
Thumbing our sticks at authority.
My sister.
If we drink a little bit more, we're going to get a case of whiskey stick.
God damn it.
Rocking out
2 girls, 1 thumbstick.
Yeah.
Game.
Oh, man. There we go.
Oh shit! Sorry, this is really hard with one monitor. There we go.
I wasn't kidding, man. Game on.
Oh, that's kind of cut out.
Wow.
Indeed, it did.
It's very
That
festive.
may have been the error of the person who got that sound and uploaded it.
All right.
And I'm sure they apologize.
Oh, another. All right.
A well-edited, well-faded song.
Wonderful.
Comprehensive
Delightful.
episode.
Yes.
But I should just, finish to the song.
So, who would like to leave a little trivia for this game?
I would.
Yes, please.
So, the main character's appearance in this game was originally supposed to be a flat 2D rendering. This can be seen in early promo footage for the game. However, it was decided to use a full 3D model in order to show the console's HD visuals.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Hope you're ready.
Okay, I need to write something.
Editing. Yeah, I get to do some.
I know this is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm actually feeling real good.
I have another piece of trivia that
Oh my God.
completely gives the game away.
No, never mind.
Dun, dun, dun. Go
Got
on.
answers. So, John Regan has a drawing of a penis, which I can't believe he did in his parents' house with his family
Seriously, with your
present.
sister right there.
What if he drew it?
Jesse and John Harrington both say Yoshi's Woolly World, which is correct.
What, really?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, originally, and if you go back and watch, trailers and, screen caps from the, beginning of this game.
Screen caps?
Yeah, you heard me. Yoshi was supposed to be, a yarn outline, like Kirby's Epic Yarn, and then they said, well, no, the Wii U's going to be HD. Fuck it, make him 3D.
Good
And they
thinking,
did.
yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
adorable.
Very. You know,
Yeah.
they crocheted a full Yoshi rather than just like dropping some yarn onto the background. And I think it's a good idea because man, those games are charming as shit.
So pretty too, man.
This
Like
game's
that's
so cute.
You know, who would have thought that Nintendo would go so hard after the Joanne Fabric crowd like that? Like, just it's and who would have thought it would be so successful either?
I know.
Jeez, I love it. I honestly have never played it. David, have you played it?
You've not played Yoshi's Woolly World?
Man, I was so slacking on like Wii U games because I kept expecting them to go on sale, and then as the systems died at slow death and they never marked anything down, they just never went on sale. So no, I have not.
Okay, I highly recommend it. This game is incredibly fun and adorable and charming, and as good as it looks like in videos and trailers, like it's weird to say this, but if you watch a video of this game, it looks cute. But as you play it, it plays even cuter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like actually experiencing it. It's just like oh my god, it's so charming. I'm collecting beads.
Yeah, I guess I've played some of Kirby's Epic Yarn, and that was so charming. Yeah, bees. But yeah, you just collected like buttons and beads, and tearing apart little stitched together levels and doing really adorable shit. So I can imagine that. Yeah, you had Yoshi, who is pretty close to the most adorable Mario character there is. And the game probably gets pretty damn adorable. Like,
And it's a really solid, fun platformer. It really is the art style. Like the art style is so great. Like any secret area, you pull a single piece of string and it like unravels entire sections of the level that just fall apart and show the secrets. Every time that you go into a warp pipe, you you unravel into a single string that goes down it, and then you kind of reform out.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Yoshi game. You eat guys, you turn them into eggs, you throw stuff, but it's
also
so damn cute.
Do you know if Good feels like working on anything right now? I feel like they need to be always having something. I don't know.
Well,
in the works.
I don't know if they're doing it, but they are doing that Yoshi sequel for the Switch.
Oh yeah,
that's like adding on to the yarn by adding more craft supplies like paper craft and cardboarding.
Going after that Michaels crowd.
Yeah,
and more Poochie.
And more Poochie.
They made the DS one with Poochie.
Yeah.
Not the Poochie I expected, quite frankly. Like,
well, no,
you're gonna make a game and really market it on Yoshi and Poochie's Woolly World, and it's not the Simpsons Poochie. You got a lot of fucking nerve, Nintendo. You're lucky your games are adorable and great.
Well, he died going back to his planet.
Well, yeah, but Yoshi could have brought it back in yarn form. I mean, these games. Say what you will about these games. I bet you they're not whacked out to the extreme.
No,
wiggity word up party.
That could be the whole plot of the game. Yoshi goes to Poochie's home planet to save him, and then like in the very end, fighting the final boss, which is Baby Bowser for some reason, Poochie swoops in to save the day, kind of like the baby Metroid in Super Metroid.
Oh my god!
There you go. God, yeah, he comes in, he does the whole Poochie rap, he rocks the telly, he uses some of his, Joe Camel and Fonzarelli kung fu
surfing karate skills.
Yeah. And then he slam dunks on Baby Bowser and jumps into a car, skips a fireworks factory level altogether, and boom, in the game. Like, makes sense to me, quite frankly. This is a pretty good idea, but I don't know. I'm no game maker. I don't know the licensing involved in these things. Like, who owns the rights to Poochie and those big Rastified sunglasses?
Probably not Nintendo.
I feel like Skips a Fireworks Factory level is the deepest Simpsons cut you've ever pulled on this show. Like, holy shit. God damn it.
Once you unlock Poochie, you get to skip the fireworks factory.
You're goddamn genius.
God, that's Simpsons deep, man.
I also really like this game. Has one of my favorite uses of amiibo. Because since your Yoshi is made of yarn, you can get different patterns for your Yoshi, and basically every amiibo unlocks a pattern for your Yoshi, so you can be Mario Yoshi or Wii Fit Trainer Yoshi or Olimar
Yes.
Yoshi.
Right. And they're grotesque.
Yeah.
It's just
They're
Mario
grotesque
skin
in a
stretched over
adorable,
Yoshi's
charming
yarny
way.
body. Like, yeah, adorably grotesque. You know, is there any better way to play a game or put Mario into a yarny game? You know, nobody wants yarn Mario, but Mario's skin stretched over Yoshi's yarny facade.
We all want it.
Yeah, adorable.
It's like Buffalo Bill all over again.
Oh,
Yoshi.
man, yeah.
I'd Yoshi.
That's
I'd
right,
Yoshi
everybody.
hard.
We can connect Yoshi's Woolly World to Silence of the Lambs with the minimal effort. Yeah, that's what we're doing here on Game Net Tune. We're really
So check out our
fine
Patreon.
form.
I
Exactly.
think it speaks
Give
to
us money.
Yoshi's adaptability as a character, that he fits so many roles. You know, charming platformer, puzzle game, Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. But yeah,
And
man.
helicopter.
Yeah, he's also a
helicopter.
Yeah, Yoshi's Woolly World is charming and adorable and probably a lot of fun. Is it easy like Yoshi games typically are?
Very easy, yes.
Okay. just making sure. I was like, do those games get tough at any point? Like Kirby's Epic Yarn never got tough. And yeah, I don't think they're in the tough game making business. They're just in the fucking adorable game making business, which is the right business to be in.
The only difficulty is like going through the levels and finding every single hidden unlockable item. But like going through the levels is impossible to not get through the level.
Nice. It's just a nice little stroll through a charming world. You know, the only difficulty is not in hugging your little yarn Yoshi right up to you every time.
I
Yeah.
should have brought that. I have it. It's on my shelf on the other side.
Yeah, I
of
was
the
really disappointed. I saw one of those on clearance at Target, and speaking of games never being affordable and going on sale, it was still $50 for the game and the Yarn Yoshi amiibo on clearance. And I'm like, motherfucker, this system doesn't even exist anymore. Like, how you gonna do this to me? It's the only one here. Let me just have it. Like, no one wants this.
I shouldn't have to pay for products I want. What is this capitalist bullshit?
The rest of this system's games are not locked up anymore because the system's dead. Let me have this one. Just say it.
I need this. Let me have this.
Yeah. Target, consider revising your policy on just letting me have games.
Honestly, it's the company's fault for making you want it so much.
Yes, that is an apt description of everything Nintendo's done in my life. David, anything else on Woolly World?
No, if you've not played it, track it down. I would say wait for a sale, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
It's a great game.
Awesome. Johnny, let's do it.
Game 2.
Interesting.
It sounds so familiar.
Sounds like somebody very slowly and deliberately sweeping a very long staircase.
That's neat.
I'm surprised
Yes,
we haven't
yes, it
used this
is.
game before.
I know. I really like that song. It sounds like, the next beat to the next Dre song coming out. That was pretty good.
So who's got trivia?
I have trivia.
Oh, good.
In the Wii Virtual Console version of this game, one power-up's visuals were changed to reduce the intensity of the flash. This is likely done to avoid causing seizures.
Good move.
Yeah, he's on the other side. He flips it. Well, he's holding it this early and he's done. Well, I've penciled us in for a definitive hat trick on this one. In spite of you using not the most well-known songs. So, All right, well, let's see some answers then. All right. Let's see.
hat trick undone.
This is interesting. So, David and John say Mario Kart 64. And Jesse says Donkey Kong. I think that says 64.
Donkey Konga.
Donkey Konga, which is incorrect. The right answer is Mario Kart 64.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
This was another one of those pull up the database. I'm sure we've used this game before.
Yeah. Surely by episode 88, we will have talked about Mario Kart 64. Because, dare I say, Mario Kart 64, maybe you've heard of it.
Now, I know there's been a ton of Mario Kart games. Which one was Mario Kart 64?
They all run together starting around the 50s. It's there's always so many differences between games. Yeah, let's see. I hate you for picking this game because I hate this game. Like I love
Really?
this game. So, no, I love it,
Okay.
but I also hate it because it causes so much trouble for me in my interpersonal relationships with you guys, with my brother, with everybody who I play in battle mode. It just doesn't go well. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
I love this game. I've played it way too much. It's great.
Yeah,
It's great.
it is.
Michelle?
Jesse,
Or Jesse.
It's been a while since I've played it, and I have fond memories of it. The 4-player was awesome.
Mhm.
Especially on the N64 where you just had natively 4 controller ports. The split screen was good. It seemed like it had a pretty good roster. I don't remember.
that goes to tonight's lightning round. We'll name all the characters playable in Mario Kart 64. Not really.
Wait, really? I was about to say, hell yeah, I got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only 8 of them.
Yeah,
Had the Street
Very.
Battle mode.
oh God, the battle mode.
But yeah, I mean, every
Love it.
memory I have of it is good, so it must be a good Mario Kart.
Yes. Oh, John, that's what your trivia should have been, man. Where does this rank in the 1997 Nintendo Power Top 100 games of all time?
Do you know
Throwback
this
to when
off
we
the
had
top of your
that
head?
quiz.
No.
I remember because it was insane. Yeah. Do you remember the episode where we had that quiz?
I remember talking about it. I don't remember the ranking though.
Anybody?
Well, the thing was in like 97, so I'm guessing it's like top 15, maybe top 10.
It was number 4.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. Classic list. And, clearly timeless and has aged very, very well. Yeah, David, give us some Mario Kart 64 memories, man.
I played a lot of this game. I've tried to go back to it. I don't necessarily think it holds up quite as well as other Nintendo 64 games. But the battle mode is still amazing.
Coming with that dynamite hot take.
I have not yet played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but I think this might be the best battle mode in Mario Kart 64.
No, it unquestionably is the best battle mode. I don't know how battle mode hasn't gotten fun again in the last 20 years, but man, Mario Kart 64 just got it all right.
I like how David's previous 4 sentences all ended with a very upward inflection.
I'm trying to speak of Mario Kart 64 in a happy
Well,
tone.
because
please
you were
don't
saying you
at
love this game. John was saying you would love this game. Jesse was saying you would love this game. And then as I was talking, I could see John looking at me getting more intense and upset the entire time. I was like, it's okay. It's my favorite game of all time. Don't hit me.
I won't hit you, bro. I'm just gonna at you.
Deal with it.
So hard. You can't give me a command to do my own deal with it. But yeah, no, the game's it's aged horribly, but it is still a lot of
But
fun.
the memories of it are incredible.
Yeah, the memories, the scars, they remain, and they are a constant reminder of the fun and sometimes less fun that we all had playing battle mode. Oh shit. Seriously, real talk though, did we ever do just like versus? I feel like it was Mario Kart Grand Prix 1-player, Mario Kart Grand Prix 2-player, and then if you had more than 2 players there, you didn't do versus races, you did battle mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that I have ever actually played multiplayer Mario Kart just racing. It has always been battle mode.
Damn straight. So unofficial Game That Tune poll, best battle mode course, starting with Johnny.
Big Donut. I love
Now
donuts.
that was unexpected.
Donuts
Michelle.
are great.
Big donut.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
you gotta
hold
stand
on.
with that.
Side poll. Michelle, name another Mario Kart 64 battle course.
There you go.
I can't. It's been so long.
Fine, we'll come back to you, Jesse.
Big donut.
God damn it!
Yeah, thanks for
This is
okay,
calling
Johnny.
us out, Johnny.
It's okay, John. I got you. The correct answer is block fort.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that
man,
one's good
Block
too.
Fort. Yeah. Oh, I remember Block Fort. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the
That's
best
the one with the blocks.
Yeah, in a fort
In
shape.
fort shape.
Think it had walls. Great. Honorable mention to Skyscraper for being the ultimate challenge, and
I was just
Double
about to
Deck.
say, fuck skyscraper. Like,
Hey, Skyscraper was great when, like we said, I think in previous episodes where we've discussed Mario Kart and then somehow meandered into this discussion, it was great for ending the night. Like, that's it. No one wants to play anymore. Like,
Yep.
we good. You never hit each other with the shells. You just drove off the side, and boom, that's it. It's awesome.
It's never.
And okay, so better, possibly more diverse, unofficial poll. Best racetrack in Mario Kart 64. David.
I would say it's a toss-up between Koopa Troopa Beach and Sherbertland.
Ooh, interesting. Johnny.
Mine was basically the same as David's, so I'll just throw in Bowser's Keep just to spice it up a bit. That was a pretty good course.
That was a really good course.
It wasn't Keep, but it was Castle. But I feel
All
it.
right.
Jesse.
Which one had the train?
The desert. Calamari Desert.
Yes.
I always really liked that one just because I thought the train was super cool. Like you're driving, all of a sudden, holy crap, there's a train, and sometimes you could hit it and stuff. And
I always liked thinking it was a good idea to get 3 mushrooms and then try and blast along the train track to cut off the thing, and it wasn't a shortcut at all. Like it was a terrible idea.
No, it was that's what you call a long cut, I think.
Oh hell yeah! I got the 3 mushrooms. We're going right into the train. Skirt, and it's like, wait a minute. Everyone's going faster than me because this is an off-road part of the thing, and I've been hit by the train. This was a terrible idea. Michelle, you got any tracks?
I remember liking the beach one a lot.
Yes, the beach is also the best. Mostly for the the tunnel that you can jump in and drive through the waterfall. I mean, where have shortcuts been in more recent Mario Kart games? David, I'd like you to list all the shortcuts.
I was going to say there were a ton of them in Mario Kart 7. And I feel like there are a decent amount in Mario Kart 8.
Yeah,
but I feel like shortcuts in Mario Kart games have now just become like long S curves that you kind of drive over the grass.
Yes.
Like they don't have the super secret. The tunnel in Koopa Troopa Beach is amazing.
Yeah, it's so super secret. There's a big red and yellow ramp pointed right at it.
Yeah, but if you don't hit that shit just right.
Oh god. It always took so many tries to get that. And then mine would be Wario Stadium. I love how long it is and the shortcut in that one. And what was the other one? DK Jungle Parkway. It's awesome. And there's poofling and monkeys off in the wings. So, great game.
Give me a banana.
Thank you, John, for entering the conversation. That is a dynamite drop in.
That was all
Let
for
me just
Michelle.
say. Ook. Oh God. Yeah, dude, great pick.
For anyone that doesn't know, Ook Give Me a Banana is a caption for Johnny's senior high school photo.
Fuck yeah, it is. Yeah. John has never looked more Donkey Kong-like in his entire life than when he put on that tie. Yeah, we really need to do just like a Photoshop of the character select screen from Mario Kart 64, but replace Donkey Kong with John's senior photo. Like, no one would be able to tell the difference.
We need to just buy John a Donkey Kong tie.
Yes. We are having a bachelor party soon, and John's uniform is going to be a Donkey Kong tie, nothing else. It's gonna be epic.
think
But
it's
anyway,
just a
yeah,
Chip 'n'
Johnny,
Dale's
unless you got
costume.
something else on. What?
I was gonna say, I think that's just a Chippendales costume.
Yeah.
Can we also
but
get him like?
You have to wear it in public.
Can we also get him like a yellow banana hammock with the words "ook ook ook" written down the front?
God, yes, we can.
If you do it, I'll wear it.
And sold. So, Johnny, man, let's keep it going.
Game 3.
Cool.
Yes.
Like it.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's raucous. So, I bet you guys are in need of some trivia on this one.
Oh my god, please.
Yes, please.
Pretty sure the last song's going
I'm
to give
good.
it away anyway. Good, David. I'm glad to hear that. This is one of only 2 games in this series that doesn't feature which notable horde?
Say it one more time. I'm sorry.
This
He
is
said
one of
horde
only,
with a D.
only
I know it wasn't that. I really just didn't hear it.
one of only 2 games in this series that doesn't feature which notable horde?
Hell yeah.
Yes. So, good.
Also,
I hope at least David has figured it out.
thank you for the trivia. It helped a great deal.
I
Good.
have to point out, somebody in the chat, Kabuki Bear, is coming up with way better joke answers than I ever could. Like, this guy's on fire.
Yeah, he's really, really good. Yeah. So let's see him, guys. John Regan says leg, which is very close because the other guys get it right. It's Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
I was a guess.
Oh man,
We
awesome.
used that last song. I don't remember what song it is, but we used that in a mixtape.
Yes, we did. We used that in our farewell to the Wii U mixtape after they announced the official name for the Switch. Once it stopped being the NX and had a release date, we made a delightful Wii U mixtape, and that's from Windmill Hills, and that is one of the best songs in the game. It's just jaunty and banjo-y and delightful. I almost used like the 6-minute long Grassland Groove that we also used in that mixtape, where it's just like a bunch of like ook chanting, and then eventually it just goes Donkey Kong. But that felt like too much of a giveaway. So yeah, I pumped the brakes. So those familiar with their Game That Tune mixtapes, they're winning. That means it's me and David because we made the mixtape.
You say, like, as soon as that song came on, I was like, I know the song. Why do I know this song? Because I edited this song. That's why I know.
I've heard this song. That's exactly what happened last week when Ryan brought Trauma Center, and I had previously used that for a mixtape. I'm like, oh, that's the only reason I know this music. Good for us. But yeah, did any of you guys ever play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze? Johnny?
No, I never did.
Man, how are you going to live up to your like name and appearance sake if you're not going to play any Donkey Kong Country games? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse, what about you, man?
No, I never played it.
Shoot. David?
I did not.
Okay, cool. I get to spin all that Yoshi's Woolly World stuff back on you. David, you really should have played some Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. It's colorful and charming, and actually, it's a lot different than Woolly World. It is hard as fuck, and much, much less accessible than Yoshi games are. You did play, though, previously. You played Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's like that, but it just starts. It just doesn't let up. I feel like it's hard, like right out of the gate. Maybe I'm misremembering it, but I eventually got really frustrated with this game and had to take a several-month break before going back to complete it. But yeah, the game is pretty fun. It's just all the same stuff basically as Donkey Kong Country Returns, but made HD, so it looks fucking gorgeous, and just kind of cranked up to 11. Like, the barrel cannon levels where you're flying like the rocket barrel, those are really cool. They got minecart levels that are super elaborate, almost reminiscent of like those Rayman Legends kind of like rhythm-based platforming levels. There's so much shit going on in the background of this game. It's awesome.
I've heard people say that this is one of, if not the best, like 2D platformer of all time.
It really is. It's
which is pretty like, that's a bold claim.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it throws. I don't know about that, but it throws a lot of stuff at you, and it's not necessarily unfair, but it is hard as shit. Like, and I think they are counting on you to die a few times and kind of get the rhythm of the level down. So maybe in that sense, it's unfair. Would
you say that this game is the Dark Souls of Donkey Kong?
Would I? Oh man. I've never been more prepared to say anything in my life. That is not an overdone reference at all. I'm sure that people have said that repeatedly, but no, I mean, it's too fucking bright to be Dark Souls, and it's it's punishing as shit. But it's just, I don't know, man. Well, I guess I did just say I got frustrated and quit for several months, but like up until that very point of frustration, I was having a great time. And it turns out, I love telling that story. I got really frustrated on this one boss, and I was like, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna take a break. Pick it back up after a little while. Went and played some Smash Brothers, played whatever. My brother came to town and he was like, "Yeah, show me what the Wii U's got." And I'm like, "Oh, we'll bust out a Tropical Freeze. I'm stuck on this one boss. Maybe you can help me out." It was the final boss.
Oh wow!
That's why I got stuck on it. That's why it was so hard. Like, I did not recognize at all that I was at the final boss of the game, and I was getting my ass kicked repeatedly. And that final boss fight is fucking crazy. But yeah. It's a cool game.
This is the game where it's all the like Arctic animal Vikings, right?
Yeah, man. The final boss, he's like a giant walrus thing with like the horn of ancient winter, and he can like blow it to create enemies and like ice dragons and shit. And so it's like the final boss fight takes place in like a lava dome, but he's blowing ice all over the place. So it's it's just like metal as fuck and very hard. And there's like it's like a 4 or 5 phase boss fight, and it's really, really complicated. Like, it takes some precision platforming and some precision like jumping and bopping on the head. And it took me a lot of tries. Like way more than it feels like it should take for a game that's just a colorful, bright platformer. Like if you're lucky enough to make it this far, the game's going to punish you for it. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else there is. I mean, I like the characters. I like that it's icy setting. I'm like, what's the next step for the Donkey Kong games? They've done, they keep on doing stuff on Donkey Kong Island. This one, they introduced ice stuff and kind of blasted them off the island. Where's the next Donkey Kong game take place? First person Donkey Kong.
Oh my god, the story of my life.
Nothing but throwing bananas in first person. Like,
And it'll be kind of like Shenmue, like it'll be like a murder mystery, and you gotta like talk to all his friends. So you like gotta go like talk to like Funky Kong and stuff, and he's.
No, I was gonna say like it's a first-person shooter Donkey Kong game because he's got a coconut gun. It fires in spurts. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
So I've heard.
I deserve that.
But yeah, man, I was thinking it'd be cool to kind of get one towards like the city setting where like
I was gonna say like they should put it in. I guess New Donk City is now the official like home of the original Donkey Kong game. Like bring everything in and try to connect it all.
Not sure if I approve of that. Maybe it could take place in the ruins of Old Donk City. I don't know, but I would like to see these games continue. Like, they're challenging and they're, I don't know if there was a way for Nintendo to make it clear, like, these games are meant for like people that like a hardcore platforming challenge. Like, I don't want to see kids get frustrated by this and like not like Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's cool. My 4-year-old nephew thinks Donkey Kong is cool. He could never play this game, like ever.
I like Donkey Kong. I want to play Donkey Kong. No, you don't. No,
son, you don't want to go there. And this one has playable characters. That is the sound of Donkey Kong. Just when you start playing it, and you have 4 or 5 different mechanics you got to do with different buttons, and that sound just starts happening inside your head. Colossus roar to yourself. But yeah, it's got extra playable characters. Not just Diddy Kong. You got Dixie Kong for the first time in a long time, and you get to play as Cranky Kong, who is Scrooge McDuck. Like, you get to bounce on that cane, baby. I was thinking about it. It's like, Cranky, you bounce on the cane like Scrooge McDuck. Dixie Kong, you basically get. It's kind of, she uses her hair, but it basically acts like Yoshi's Flutter Jump. Like, what other platforming games should Donkey Kong Country steal from to add a new character or add a new mechanic to the game? I was trying to think of that. Like, should we go like Blaster Master where they just get a Donkey Kong tank?
Yes. But only if it's made out of like palm trees and barrels.
Ooh.
Oh god, dude, barrel tank would be pretty dope.
Oh, barrel wheels and like palm tree tank body. Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I was thinking like Mega Man Donkey Kong. Like after you beat a boss, you get some kind of power from it. I don't know what, but something.
What kind of powers do you get from beating up like crocodiles and walruses? Like
really strong jaws and tusks.
Just Donkey Kong with unnecessary appendages.
Eventually, Donkey Kong becomes like this chimera monster.
This grotesque Donkey Kong. Oh, that sounds awesome.
Jesse, I guess the player like, no, I don't want to be Donkey Kong anymore. I want to be Diddy. Like Donkey Kong is just real fucked up.
Oh god. Oh, that's a great idea. Jesse, do you have something?
Just you could use that idea and add it to like a Metroidvania. So each of the animal parts helps you get through a different part of the stage and stuff.
Oh, hell yeah. Or you could have a Metroidvania Donkey Kong Country where the different animals are required to open the door. Like this door only opens when hit by a rhinoceros.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of cool.
This one's clearly underwater, so you need to poke it with a fish. Like, it'd be great. Like, add a couple of different animal buddies. They can all shoot some kind of fruit. You're in business. Donkey Kong.
They could give Donkey Kong kind of a Kirby thing where he eats different like breeds of bananas and gets abilities based on like what he eats.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to say like enemies. I'm like, dude, I don't want to see Donkey Kong eat those poor animals. And it's like, oh wait, no, yeah, colorful bananas is a good idea.
He just beats the hell out of a Kremling and then just starts eating them, and Diddy like slowly gets this look of horror on his face.
Oh, Jesus God.
Yeah, it's not some cutesy, he swallows them whole. Like, no, he's got to start ripping flesh from them, and this is real bloody and gory.
He just puts them in his mouth and pulls the bones out, and like, and then he just, fucking like Popeye flexes. And
pulls his bones out like a cat cartoon eating a fish. Like,
yes.
No, so I'm just imagining like Diddy Kong running up to like a hunched over Donkey Kong over a Kremling, and like Donkey Kong turns around with like blood coming from his maw, and then just puts another chunk of meat into his mouth.
Just turns around and just goes, just gives him the thumbs up.
I would watch the shit out of a Quentin Tarantino Donkey Kong movie.
Oh,
They have to revive Cranky with a shot of adrenaline, like straight to the heart.
Inglorious Kongs.
Donkey Kong versus the Crazy 88 Kremlings.
Oh wait, I got it. Kong bastards.
Episode title done.
Oh man, that was a slam dunk. So, fuck yeah, dude. Great game, great tunes, great Kongs. Yeah, it's a classic, and I recommend if it ever comes out again, it should be played by everybody except people that like games that are easy. And yeah, if you like easy games, don't play this. But if you like the Dark Souls of Donkey Kong, then yeah, definitely play this. Johnny, let's play the next game.
Game 4.
Pretty great, man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, this is a fan request for the evening. We've had this request sitting around in our queue for quite some time. This one comes to us via Twitter from Jonathan Higgins at Radical Defect on Twitter. And it's kind of funny. I've realized that we haven't actually used the game that he requested. He was like, "Oh, you should use this game," and then listed like 5 other games, and we've used those, but not the actual game he requested. So, thanks, Jonathan, for the request. I promise one day we're going to play Chrono Cross on the show. But okay, so what body part of this game's setting appears in the game's data but cannot be accessed during regular gameplay? So, you guys confused by the
Very.
trivia?
Yeah.
Yes. I was going for confusion. Yep. This game takes place on top of a large thing.
Oh, wait.
Oh, you weren't supposed to change your answer.
Shit. I'm not gonna change it.
Yeah, I'm not changing mine. I'm not changing
Oh,
mine.
what was the?
John, you're ready, man. I know you got this right. You know so much about this series.
It's my favorite.
And, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I know I'm wrong. Then it's a series.
Jesse says the Wonderful 101. John Regan says Chrono Cross. Ballsy move. And David changed his answer to the correct answer. It's Xenoblade Chronicles for the Wii. Yeah.
Yeah, because like the entire game takes place on two like giant robot bodies, doesn't it?
Yeah. I did not know that until I started listening to the music and watching a little bit about this game. That's really cool. Like, takes place in some weird cloud thing, and two giant titans fight to the death and I guess get frozen in place for some reason, and those are the land masses that the game takes place on. So you run around on the Bionis, which is the nature robot that was defeated, and then the other one is like the Mechanis, who's the more mechanical robot titan, and like theirs is like a kind of on a barren hellscape. So yeah, it's really beautiful game, really cool setting, but yeah, completely fucking out there. I really had no idea. Like looking at gameplay stuff, it's like, oh, this is really cool, just like big fields, big open spaces, and it's like, oh, it's a big field that is like this giant ancient titan's back. That's different. Yeah. And apparently it's some kind of thing for fans of this game. You cannot access the Bionis shoulder. It's in a couple of cutscenes. Things happen there. You can't go there. It would just be, I don't know, too fucking cool, I guess.
Fuck this. Pre-order canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Bro, I
can't go to the shoulder. What's the point?
That's
I can't be a little devil on the shoulder of the Bionis. That's what we're really playing the game for, people.
So that was just like, yeah, you should keep fighting him. You should do that. You should definitely kill the other guys. Like, wait, isn't the bad one supposed to be on the other shoulder? It's like, yeah, they won't let me go there for some reason. Like,
you should come back to life and stop being a giant continent or whatever. You should be a giant robot again. That would be really cool. Can you hear me? Ah, shucks. Then I should probably go work on my grind out some levels. So I'm guessing then that if anybody here has played this, it's Jesse, but I'm guessing that none of us have played Xenoblade Chronicles. Damn it.
I played the... Wait, is this the one that was on Wii U?
No, this was the one for Wii.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I played the one for Wii U briefly.
Right. So. And see, that's the other thing that confused me. The one for Wii U, Xenoblade Chronicles X, when they were showing the previews for it, apparently it starts out and Earth is like destroyed. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, these people had to escape Earth and settle on a different planet, and then seeing stuff from this game, it's like it takes place on the like bodies of these giant titans in a mysterious cloud world. I'm like, what? I thought this took place in our galaxy. I'm so confused. But
that's what Australia is. It's a former giant monster that has collapsed into the sea.
It's a dead turtle. We all know that. But yeah, man, the game looks pretty cool. It's okay. So am I the only one here who's played Final Fantasy 12?
I've played that one.
I played a little bit of Final
apparently
Fantasy
That
12.
game's awesome.
What?
Yeah.
You did?
Wow.
Little known fact.
I'm
Alert the
shocked.
presses.
Little known fact. I had a PS2. It was mostly my Guitar Hero adapter, but
Good.
I did actually play a few other games on it. And I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 12.
Tell us your thoughts on
Okay.
Final Fantasy 12.
Say it again.
Please.
Tell us your thoughts on
thoughts?
Final Fantasy 12.
I remember liking the battle system because it was like real time-ish and kind of fast-paced.
Yeah.
And I remember getting to some I feel like I was on a spaceship or something or a castle, and there were like guards, and I couldn't get past that part. Like I wasn't leveled up enough, and I just kept getting my ass kicked, and I just kind of quit at that point. That was
okay.
yeah.
But
That
still,
sounds like the opening tutorial level, but it's okay.
No, it's past that.
Final Fantasy 12 is the one with the bunny woman, right?
yes.
Yes.
Fran.
I can contribute to the conversation.
Yeah.
I never beat it. I got to the end, and I never beat Sid.
Oh well, yeah. Final Fantasy 12, I cheated my way through. There's a point in that game. There's a dungeon where you can go find a specific enemy that spawns into 3 different enemies, and you can set your gambits in a way that just battles him infinite. So I just did that and went to work and came back and I had leveled up like 40 levels.
That is amazing.
It was dope. So that's how I beat that game handily. But apparently this Xenoblade's got kind of the same type of battle system. Like you kind of set your actions and they recharge, and positioning matters. Like Shulk's got the backslash and it does more damage if you attack behind the enemy, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing that it's some kind of like hybrid between like active and turn-based. Like you set actions, but then you maneuver around.
Right. So, I'm going to have to check it out at some point because, this came out and was pretty well received. And then Xenoblade Chronicles X came out. And from what I heard, it was good, but also a little bit just kind of overstuffed, like took way too long to complete. And now Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is coming out. And I think that might be my next big Switch purchase. Like, feel like it's about time to jump into a big RPG. That seems like a good idea. Especially since I can take it out from my living room and go play it literally in my bed as I'm falling asleep. Like, that's the kind of RPG that I need.
Man,
but
Switch
yeah,
has some good games.
Yeah, dude. And this one looks pretty cool. Set in the weird world where everybody lives on giant titans. I think the new one, they live on the backs of giant dragons or something. Everybody, for some reason, has a Cockney British accent. I can't quite figure out why.
Also, the fact that
it's like, oh, Shulk, why don't you use the Monado on that bionic Krabby? What? Why are they talking?
Apparently, half the characters are actually swords.
Yeah.
One, whatever the fuck John just said is the new episode title.
There's this crazy cutscene where you run into like Shulk's butler, and he starts telling you about this dream he had. And, he talks about taking a vacation.
Every year, I took a holiday. I went to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of the Arno. Every fine evening, I'd sit there and order a Fernet Branca.
You can't tell me based on the music and the Cockney accent that doesn't belong in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, it definitely belongs.
Yeah. That's actually like second to last scene. Alfred gets killed by Metalface, and then you have to avenge him. Shit gets crazy. Yeah. I mean, the villain in this literally is called Metalface, which is really unfortunate.
They knocked that one out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. We need something edgy like Metalface, but less lame. Work on that.
How about Metalface?
Metalface okay with everybody? Yeah, fuck it.
There we go with Metalface and calling it a day. All right.
Yeah.
Although I do love when like fantasy things like books, comics, games, movies, whatever, do that same sort of thing where we have the Mechanis and the Bionis, the Monado, Metalface.
Yeah.
Like eventually you get to the point where they're naming all of the things and you can pinpoint where they just said fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, Metalface is pretty hardcore, Cockney British accent. I don't know, man. There's things about this game I don't understand, but I do understand that it's good. It's got a soundtrack featuring the delightful Yoko Shimomura, amongst others.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, it's they're still making sequels, so I'm gonna have to play this on the Switch at some point. But in the meantime, good request. Like I said, even if it's not the actual request, I've been looking forward to playing the music from this game. Shulk in Smash Brothers for 3DS and Wii U is dope. He's secretly one of my better characters, despite kind of sucking. I feel like I'm a low tier kind of guy in Smash Brothers. And then I don't know. Anything else, John, on Xenoblade Chronicles? Your favorite game?
Oh, I love this game.
Game.
Give us 5 facts about Shulk. right?
That sounds so familiar.
It almost
Yeah.
sounds Mega Man X-y.
Shh, damn it.
Shut up. My man.
My man.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome.
Man.
All right.
John, that was
This
the
one-
best gif I've ever seen. Oh my god. Wow.
You know, like, as soon as a cut of that movie is released, we need to rip the audio and get him saying "my man" as a sound.
Oh, dude, that's soundboard is shit. The yeah and my man. That's happening. Oh fuck. Anyway, Jesse, Aquaman trivia.
So
Wait, no.
it was it was pretty tricky to find trivia that won't give this game away. So I'm gonna do the least giving away. So this game won Fighting Game of the Year by the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences in 1997. Fighting Game, 1997. Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. Is your Google? You got it?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Okay. 1997. All right.
Damn.
All right.
So you guys ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so, actually.
Show me.
I feel pretty good.
David's got WCW versus NWO World Tour, and John says WCW NWO World Tour. Those are both correct. WCW versus Nitro.
Is that shit?
That's
Wait,
so okay. So
hold on.
I know that they kind of ruined their own show, Nitro, but
Did fuck
I don't
this
think
up?
they were ever against their own show.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I meant NWO. I'm an idiot.
Okay, but we'll give
Have
it to
another
you.
beer.
You're pretty drunk. I'll give it to you.
I'm real dumb.
John, pour yourself some more wine, bro.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
You guys are.
I'm sure that I did, because I think this was like the first wrestling game on Nintendo 64, but I can't remember enough to distinguish it from like the other wrestling games for Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I mean they only got better, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Revenge was good. No Mercy is probably like the best. That or WrestleMania 2000, but
I mean those tunes though, man. Those tunes.
yeah,
Pretty good.
the music's good. Surprisingly, you know, for a wrestling game, you'd think they'd just be like a bunch of butt rock, but you know, I mean, there's butt rock. Don't get me wrong, but in between the butt rock is some, you know, nice fun stuff. You know, really gets you into wanting to wrestle. This game is actually one of the games that got me into wrestling because and like all my friends were like into WWF, and I was like, well, I know more of the WCW guys' names thanks to the N64 game. So you know, it's like, oh, this Rey Mysterio guy is pretty cool, and oh, Chris Jericho, he's cool. We got this big tall guy, you know, the Giant.
Right. I was gonna say, I think I mean, Ric Flair was WCW, right?
I mean, he was both, but you know, back in the day,
Jeez.
he was WCW for a while.
Okay, good. As long as I was half right.
Woo! Yeah, he was definitely in that game. And what's funny with WCW versus NWO World Tour is it was a Japanese game, and so they like brought it over and added like 20 American wrestlers in like WCW and NWO, and the rest of them all are like kind of, because they didn't have the rights to the actual wrestlers, they had to like make their names a little different, but they're all like referencing Japanese wrestlers, like, you know, Thunder Liger. It might be, you know, like Thunder Tiger instead or something, you know.
Awesome.
So like they're like all the characters, you're like, who are these guys? They're just, you know, like rip-offs of Japanese wrestlers.
That's pretty great. You got your big WCW and the NWO, also a shitload of Japanese guys.
Yeah,
they're coming for you. Like,
you've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's Antonio Inoki. Like, great. So glad he's here. That's thanks to Sama de Amigo. That's the only Japanese wrestler I can name, like, by memory. Like, oh, Antonio Inoki's a Japanese wrestler, and thus concludes my knowledge of Japanese wrestlers. Besides, like Tiger Mask, you know. But that's more of like that's a personality more than an actual person. Yeah, man, shit. This game though, this like predated like The Rock and like Goldberg and shit though. I don't think they were in this one, right? Like,
well, The Rock was in WWF, but
right.
So
right, yeah. God damn it, I'm getting it all mixed
up.
up.
Yeah. Can you remember a time when there were two big federations that, you know, were up against each other? You know.
Yeah, I think that's what's throwing me off. You know,
now it's just
Hollywood Hogan's on the cover of this game, but it's not a WWF game. So I'm just,
that was when he was NWO Hogan, brother.
Yeah.
You
know. And yeah, the other guy on the cover is the Giant. Back when they hadn't come up with a better name for him.
Yeah, he was just the Giant.
He's the Giant. We need something catchier than the Giant. We already had Andre the Giant.
About Big Show.
Yeah, he puts on a pretty big show. Oh, yeah. Man. Johnny, jump in anytime, man.
Yeah. Who's your favorite wrestler? I want your top 5.
The Undertaker?
That's a good one. He's good. Oh, good one.
Good.
All right.
That's one.
Okay, and then what was the guy that wore the mask with like white and black paint on it? What was his name?
Mask with white and black paint on.
I don't think it was a mask.
Kiss.
Yeah.
Wait, what did David say?
Gene Simmons, bro.
Kane? Was it a red mask?
No, it was like white and black paint on his face.
I think he's thinking of Sting.
Sting. Yes, Sting.
Yes.
Yeah. The other Sting.
Yeah. Sting's great.
All right.
Yeah.
Three more.
I believe
Three more, dude.
Sting had an appearance in that movie King of the Ring, I believe, right?
Probably. There was a few WCW guys in there, yeah.
Yeah, with like what?
Yeah.
What was that? David Arquette, I think that was in that one. The Arquette.
Yes, he was champion.
Yeah.
John, we've already said the
weird.
names of several other wrestlers during this discussion, and you're struggling to get through it.
Andre the Giant.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
He
good one.
was great. Does
He was
anybody
good
want a
at
peanut?
Princess
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay. He's kind of racist, but okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
If you
Yeah,
want him
sex
to be
tape.
your favorite, brother.
Well, at this point, but so I really have one wrestler, and after that, I'm just naming wrestlers. So,
Uh-huh.
okay, so
I guess the cat's out of the bag. Like it's all been a work, eh? Yeah. Ruin everyone's kayfabe. Thanks. But so, and here's
number
here's
5
the
is Donkey Kong.
thing. All right.
All right. Now that would have been a fantastic crossover if Donkey Kong had been unlockable in this game.
God,
Well, I mean,
they
Donkey
canceled
Kong was
that.
already a boxer. They can make him a wrestler.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. You know,
I
God,
want that Mario wrestling game so bad. They need to make it again. Just stop what they're doing and get back to work on that. That's what we need.
funnel all your resources into a Mario wrestling game. Like, great idea. That's what the people are clamoring for. Yeah.
All right. So I worked up a little lightning round.
Ooh.
Lightning round.
You can see the excitement on John and David's face.
How is it when John is drunk, he hits the lightning round sound more quickly?
Make some
It
light-
starts with L.
Lightning round.
Space.
So wrestler names are often kind of weird sounding. Like they almost sound like porn star names. So I got a list of mixed up porn stars and wrestlers, and I'm gonna give you a name, and you have to tell me if it's a wrestler or a porn star. You think you can do that, Johnny?
I am set on half of this list.
All right, let's do this.
All right, Johnny, you
man.
ready?
Yes.
We need to keep track of who gets what right.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, just mean like, which one they get more of.
So we'll know what you're into.
Yep.
All right, Lucy Wilde.
Porn star.
That's correct.
Yeah, good job, John.
All right, David.
All these up.
Ember Moon.
Porn star.
Incorrect. Wrestler. Current NXT Women's Champion.
Nice.
It was in a
Possible
hell of a
porn star.
match. Okay, John. Lex Steele.
Oh, bro. Yeah, you kidding? Yeah, I'm a big fan, and he's a porn star. Thank you,
All right.
Lex. I got my stroke from you, bro.
All right, Johnny. Luke Harper.
Wrestler.
That's correct.
Well done.
Oh man, you're gonna get this, David. David. Hitomi Tanaka.
That is a porn star.
You are correct. All right, John.
Yes.
Dylan Harper.
Oh, wait. Given that Luke Harper is a wrestler, I'm assuming his brother Dylan is probably a porn star.
Correct, but
It's
That's
not
actually-
brother.
That's a girl.
Yeah.
we need we need a that's the joke button.
Space.
Thank you.
Mr. Ass Billy Gunn.
Shit. Is the Mr. Ass a diversion technique? Like, shit. I'll go.
Well, that's his nickname. His name is Billy Gunn, and his nickname is Mr. Ass.
I'll go with porn star.
Incorrect. He's a wrestler.
Damn it.
David, Mandy Rose.
I'm gonna say wrestler.
That's correct.
Nice.
All right, John. Big E.
Oh, he's a wrestler. He's part of the tag team guys, the New Day.
Yep, the New Day.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, wait, did you say Big E or Big D?
Big difference.
All right, Johnny. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
Wrestler.
That's correct.
Thank you, John. Great job.
I was hoping the Snake would throw you off.
Mr. Ass threw him in the wrong direction. The snake's bounded.
All right, David. Johnny Sins.
Porn star.
That is correct.
Cracking up with
Comes in.
John. Zack Ryder.
Ooh. I'm going wrestler.
That's correct.
Yes. Love this.
All right. Last round. Johnny. Val Venus.
Ooh. You said Val, like Val Kilmer, but Val.
Yes.
Val
That's
Venus.
what you want clarity on?
I'm gonna say porn star.
Incorrect. He's a wrestler. Although his wrestling gimmick was a porn star. Like he had gimmick, like he'd do promos where he'd be like, "Oh, I just got done shooting my next movie," and it'd be like a really dumb title, like Saving Privates Ryan's or whatever. You know?
Yes.
All right, David. Alexa Bliss.
I'm gonna say porn star.
Incorrect. She's the current women's Raw champion.
Yeah, she good.
Yeah, she's real good. All right, John. Bailey J.
Well, if David's throwing his hands up, I'm gonna guess porn star.
Thanks a lot, David. You're correct. All right, let me tally up these points.
Thanks, David. Oh man, I love that round. We need to do a lot more porno-themed trivia.
Is this a porn star or a Yoshi level?
Damn it.
Is it a Donkey Kong level or a porn star? Deep keep.
John got the most points, so he gets the point for the lightning round.
Yeah. Johnny, give me some noise.
Space.
I didn't
Deal with it.
I really
At
didn't
the
mean
start of the round, I was trying to play like, oh well, it could be anything. It's like Bailey J. Oh come on, man! Like it's a given.
Dylan
I was
Harper.
hoping
We all know
off.
that.
There's a
Yeah.
wrestler named Bailey.
That's what was throwing me off.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never heard her last name. But fuck yeah, man. Great round, great times, great game. You know, Nintendo 64 wrestling games were fun as fuck. And, you know, they predated my knowledge of porn stars. So I never worried about any of that stuff. I just, you know, Just popped it in and had a great time. So, unless there's something else on wrestling games and porn, Johnny, I think it's time to start the calculated computer.
Calculating computer activated. Computers. Beeps. Boops. Scoring complete. This game's winner is... John Harrington.
Yeah.
Winning
thanks.
twice in a row? That's absurd.
Oh shit! Did that happen?
It did, John.
No, it didn't.
This game's winner is... David Fleming.
God,
John.
talk about a Mario
David,
screw job.
David didn't win, man. You won.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
What?
This game's winner is... John Regan.
Yes. Great game, John.
1 point.
Talk about a Mario Party-esque victory.
Yes. You know, you get a point for misspelling NWO, and that is what won you the game. Your only point of the night. Oh
I
man!
really don't
Wow.
know how I
did
did
you
that.
know?
Like, I had a tab up and I'm looking at it again, and it clearly says it clearly says WCW versus NWO. I do not know where Nitro came in at all.
John, go home. You're drunk.
I mean,
I
that
am
was the
home.
name of their Monday night
That was
show.
fast.
That was fast.
Oh fuck! Great game tonight, man. The total blast, a lot of fun, and we're fast approaching the final week of Nintendovember, and we're approaching our get together at John's house and record this final episode of Nintendovember. So, Johnny, do you have a Nintendovember theme in mind to close out the month? Search your heart, search your Game That Tune heart. You know what the
Nintendo
answer
Sonic
is.
games.
I was going to say, if you choose the Genesis,
Well, I feel like we've covered NES, Super Nintendo, and then the handhelds, and then the rest of the consoles, right, at this point. So I feel like the only right answer is a Nintendo Free Play.
Oh shit!
Oh, hold on.
Play a
sound?
jingle.
I thought I had a jingle. Oh, crap, I don't have it queued up. Oh,
I demand that you cue it up.
oh okay, give me a minute.
now, while nothing important is going on in the background, and I'm certainly not trying to fill space, are we talking...
Damn it, I can't type while I can't cue things up because I have to type into the computer, and my soundboard just found all my keys. We've been over this.
All right, just
Oh,
freestyle
no.
one. You have to make all the sounds with your,
Yeah, make the music with your mouth.
Okay. It's
Are
free
we-
play.
Space!
Welcome to Game That Tune.
Oh wait, I didn't want that one. All right, there's our free play jingle.
Can that,
That
be
was-
a ringtone?
Yes, it can. That will be exported after tonight's show and appear on patreon.com/GameThatTune.
Oh my
Rest
God, yes.
assured. Oh, that's awesome. That's great, John. You totally knew exactly what I was telling you to choose. I'm glad that we're on the same page on that. To close out Nintendovember, we're doing a Nintendo free play.
Is it anything published by Nintendo or anything on a Nintendo console?
Both.
Yes.
Yeah. If it says Nintendo someplace,
Yeah. If it got the Nintendo seal of approval in some way, then boom, you're good. Yeah, it's gonna be a great episode. Can't wait to get us all together in the same room. That's gonna be fucking crazy.
That's gonna be sweet.
But in the meantime,
oh man.
dude, yeah, I mean the whole show, it's gonna be strip game that tune, just for the record.
Yes.
We're doing it. But
Giving the fans what
thanks-
they want.
yeah, man chest by the barrel full. Thank you, David. Thanks to everybody that tuned in with us live tonight. Fantastic episode. A lot of great chatter in the chat room. We're live Wednesday nights at 9. Twitch.tv/GameThatTune. youtube.com/GameThatTune, and facebook.com/GameThatTune. So be sure to check us out there. Find the podcast version on your iTunes or podcast device, or go to GameThatTune.com for all of our back episodes. Check out patreon.com/GameThatTune for fun, ridiculous bonus content like monthly mixtapes and that whatever that fucking thing was that John just made. That's gonna be a ringtone. It's just gonna happen.
I'll probably
yeah.
use it.
I'm saying, like, it's going on my phone. Every time John calls, that will be playing now. And yeah, we really appreciate the patronage. It's helping us do good things. We're getting equipment upgraded. We're running our 24/7 YouTube live stream. And yeah, check us out and be sure to I don't know, just give anything you can to the Patreon. All your money. Give it all to us. So you can get a shout out on the stream like this. Thank you very much to our Patreon superfan tier producers, Alex Messenger, Lance Revere, and Andrew Oliver. You guys are great, and you contributed greatly to the success of our show. And then send us some requests. We'll be taking requests for next week, unless we decide to go with a request from one of John's family members. Hit us up at gamethattune@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at gamethattune. Find us individually on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter at jgangsta187. Find Jesse Moore on Twitter at
Sega_legend.
Yep. You can find David Fleming on Twitter at
DFD Fleming.
And you can find John Regan, this week's winner, the man, the myth, the legend. No, I got nothing. Find John Regan on Twitter at
JP Regan Jr.
Yes. So, God, why do we keep letting John win? It's John's bonus tunes tonight. So, what do you got for us, Haas? You say it's not ska. I tend to not believe you. But what do you got?
Let's see here.
Real big fish.
Preparedness.
Yeah, no. This is, what is this? Oh, it's from Mario Kart 64. It's a cover of the end credits music by Carbohydro M.
Ooh,
so
nice.
A punk rock cover of the Mario 64 end credits.
Fuck yeah. Peace out, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. That was excellent, and not ska. Yoshi's Woolly World is copyright 2015, Goodfield Company Limited and Nintendo of America Incorporated. Mario Kart 64 is copyright 1997, Nintendo of America Incorporated. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is copyright 2013, Nintendo of America Incorporated. Xenoblade Chronicles is copyright 2012, Monolith Software Incorporated and Nintendo of America Incorporated. WCW versus NWO World Tour is copyright 1997, THQ.